Hello, I wanted to give a short testimony of how God provides for all of our needs. I had some friends that listed their home with me, and they were going to sell their home in the business, and because God told them to move from Arizona to Michigan. And anyway, they had a buyer for their business, but the buyer, who was a doctor, just after months of trying, just didn't qualify for the loan. And so but they really didn't want to move before they sold their business and their house because they were moving to a new area and they needed some money to live on, and plus they needed to buy a renter home. But what happened was um, God, convinced them that He wanted them to keep the business and go ahead and move anyway. So they called me up. I was in Sam's Club. I thought they were going to cancel the listing, and my friend told me, he said, "We're going to be moving in 1 week. We're packing, going to be moving in 1 week." And it was in the winter time in Flagstaff, which is at 7,000 feet. And homes, it's not a good idea to leave a home vacant. But they were going to go ahead and move because they were so sure that God told them to move. And He didn't just tell them once, He told them several times. So they decided to keep their business because that's what God put on their heart, to keep their business, and just go ahead and move out of the house. Anyway, they put a sign on one of their cars to sell it, and a woman was joyriding in the neighborhood. She saw the sign on the car. She stopped, ended up buying the car. She went into their house. They had some furniture that they weren't going to move. She ended up buying some of their furniture. And she ended up going to a real estate agent, making an offer on the home, and she ended up buying the home too. And that all took place. The contract took place a half an hour before my friends were going to leave town. They were all packed up, ready to leave, and a contract came in because God said go, and they were willing to be obedient to God. God provided for their needs and sold their car, their furniture, and their house to the same lady who had no intentions of buying anything when she went for her joyride. God can provide favor and provide for our needs when we do what He wants us to do.